Welcome, my dear viewer, to Dr. Paul Kebicho, PhD, QB, HSC official YouTube channel. I have decided today is actually a Monday, and many parents are planning to take back their children to school tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. I have told you, my friends, wherever you are for many years, for the last couple of years, I've been allowed for the last 31 years, and I've been sharing information with members of the public. And I thought again, it is good for me to share with you this information. Are you there and you are a responsible parent? If you are a responsible parent, this information is meant for you. Why is this information meant for you? This information is meant for you because many parents, as I speak to you right now, they are totally confused how they will be able to handle the financial requirements for their children as they troop back to their respective schools. Number one, I want to remind people that it is not about it is not about whether you want to do it or not. That is the only thing that you can give to your child. Matters finances have always been a very complex subject to most of us Kenyans. Unfortunately, majority of us Kenyans, we don't like seeking advice. When I come talking to you about education, it is because personally I'm an educationist. I understand matters education. I understand matters raising up a family, taking children through school. And the question is, why are so many parents right now stressed up? They are stressed up because they have allowed themselves to be stressed up. Why? Because we all knew anytime you get a child, you know it is your obligation, it is your major, topmost obligation to plan for that child's education. So when you come appearing as if your child is an emergency, it tells us how inept you are in terms of managing the education affairs of your children. Unfortunately, most of us parents, the only thing that you can give to our children is education. We don't have any other luxury. We don't have anything else that you can give to our children. We do not have huge chunks of blood that you can give to our children. We have nothing to bequeath to them apart from ensuring that they have what we call education. Education is the only thing that can now be the inheritance that a parent can pass to his or her child. Education in Kenya is very, very expensive. And having said that, I want us to look at a few things. And for those people who will be interested in knowing more about the education policies for their children, they can call me. I talk from an authoritative platform because I have been in this market for the last 31 years. I've seen parents who plan for their children's education. We normally say, and I'm going to tell you today, it is very easy for you. Wahenga waliposema, haba na haba hujaza kibamba, they literally knew what it is that they literally knew what it was that they were saying. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Rome was never built in a day. And at the same time, we must appreciate that if you want to form a dam, it is totally inevitable for you to stop the flow of the river. Unfortunately, most of us people, I think we speak Greek. I have had this experience where many parents actually have their children staying at home waiting for money to be available. So we appreciate that all of us are not endowed the same way. So I don't know what has happened to my internet. Sorry for that. I think there's a mishap. I hope my computer is in good shape. So what I'm saying is that we can plan for our children's education. And how do we plan for our children's education? Believe me, I work for Britain. I am actually an executive financial consultant with Britain. And for those people who have never understood what insurance is all about, is because they have got closed minds. Majority of middle people, they have educated their children using education policies. Me too, I'm not an exception. I'm not an exception. I have also educated my children. I wish you can go to all the schools that my children have gone through. Not because I have a lot of money. I don't have a lot of money. I also hustle, like all of you watching me do. Thank you very much, Isla Onyoike, for being present. So what do you require to do? And allow me to use a very small, I'm going to use a very small illustration here. Allow me to use a small illustration here. And please follow me wherever you are. Please take interest, follow me, and understand what I'm saying. Allow me to use Mr. Isla Onyoike. And one of the things, before I go even to that, majority of us people are very ignorant. Ignorance is no defense. Continually being ignorant, but I'm telling you by the end of the day, it will hit you hard. You are there and you have children in school. It is expensive to educate children. We all know that. And if you want to give your children quality education, you must be properly prepared to ensure that your child goes through that particular program that you have. So it is a matter of making a sacrifice. You must plan. We normally say prior proper planning prevents poor performance. So if you're expected to perform, prior proper planning prevents poor performance. Similarly, if you plan for your children's education, it will become very, very easy to educate your children. You do not struggle the way some most of us parents are struggling. You don't have to struggle because your child is not an emergency. Honestly speaking, your child is not an emergency. Why? God has given you the knowledge and the understanding that if you have a child today who is basically, we say that you have a child who is, I know, Mr. Israel, you can write me the age of your child. Let's assume that you have a child who is 2 years old. I want to demonstrate this because I feel bad when I see parents struggling with their children's education. If this child is 2 years, the child has got 2 more years to go to PP1. So understand me, and I'll be very slow. I'll not lash this. So if you have a child who is 2 years, then this child has got 2 years to go to class to PP1. Then this child will go for PP1, PP2. So you still have another 2 years. So you have got 4 years. 2 years plus 2 years, 4 years. Then before the child joins junior high, these are 6 years. So in other words, these are 10 years. From today, if you have a child who is 2 years old, God has given you 10 solid years to plan for that child's higher education for that, or high school education. So what we do, assuming you're a good parent, and I'll be teaching you shortly on what we call paying yourself first. Assuming you can be comfortable, you can be putting aside 200 shillings only per day for the sake of this child. Because the child is still yours by the end of the day. The child is not mine, the child is yours. Thank you very much, Mr. Isla Onyoike. Okay, let me now use this child. Thank you very much, Mr. Onyoike. I like people who keep interacting with me when I'm talking. That one gives me motivation. That one makes me know that I'm not talking to myself. Thank you so much, Mr. Isla Onyoike. Now, what happens, Mr. Isla Onyoike? Because your child is 4 years, the child has got 2 years, PP1, PP2, then 6 years before the child joins junior high. So if you can be able to put 200 shillings per month on per day only, which translates into 6,000 shillings per month, by the time your child is joining junior high, we'll come and give you a check of, we are going to open for you an account worth 700,000 shillings. This company called Britam will open for you an account which is called SuperE, Super Education, SuperE. Now, listen to this, Mr. Nyoike. You never know you'll be maybe the first customer in this particular explanation. And I thank God for you. Those others, they can say hi to me so I can know them by their names. So what happens is that by the time your child, Bananyoike, is joining junior high year 1, we will come and give you a check of 105,000 shillings. So when the child has joined junior high year 1, we give you 105,000 shillings after 8 years from now. So you'll save money. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Bananyoike. I like people who interact. So by the time your child is joining junior high year 1, we have already, Britam has given you a platform where you choose what we call the sum assured, the principal sum. It will depend on where you want to take your child. I'm assuming you're taking your child to an ordinary system of education. So by the time your child is joining junior high year 1, we'll come and give you 105,000 shillings. By the time he's joining junior high year 2, we give you another check of 105,000 shillings. Note that. By the time the child is joining junior high year 3, we increase from 105. Now we give you what we call 140,000 shillings. That is junior high year 3. Now, by the time the child is joining senior high year 1, that is grade 10 for that matter, because junior high is grade 7. Junior high year 1 is grade 7. Junior high year 2 is grade 8. Junior high grade 3 is grade 9. So by the time the child is joining junior high year 1, we come and check of 140,000 shillings. We are together. Now, by the time the child is joining senior high year 2, we increase the amount to 210,000 shillings. We give you 210,000 shillings. By the time the child is joining senior high year 3, when he's now transiting to the university, we give you 210,000 shillings. And because we do not know which course your child will pursue, we will give you the principal amount of 700,000 shillings. So by the time your child is in senior high year 3, will come and give you 910,000 shillings, meaning we have even given you school fees for university. So we pay the school fees for senior high year 3, grade 12, and at the same time, we give you money for university. What else do you require, Bwana Nyoike? Honestly speaking, God has given you a child. There are many who are childless. There are many who wish to have this kind of information, but you have it now. Let me now put the icing on the cake, where many people don't want, many Kenyans, they like behaving like the ostrich. They hide their head into the sand. They do not like facing the reality. The reality is Alex's daddy. Please, guys, like the video. Thank you so much, Mr. Daddy. Oh, my goodness. You please subscribe to my YouTube. I appreciate so much. God bless you, Mr. Daddy. Now, please, I'll be coming, once I'm through with this education, I'll be coming another one shortly. But first of all, we explain, because me, I'm an educationist for those people who know me, and I'm not proud. For me to be called Prof. Kebisho, Dr. Kebisho, Wakili Kebisho, I have seen books, I have read books, and I know how expensive the process is. And some of you watching me, including my brother Alexis, including Israel, and the others who have not been able to identify themselves, who have gone through school, you know how expensive it is. Wait, in the middle of this month of September, you'll be seeing children in school uniform, clad in school uniform, having been sent home by the principals to go and collect school fees. As a parent, will you have the moral authority to tell your child to perform? The question will be, how do you expect me to perform, my father, my mom, or my guardian, whereas I'm at home and others are busy studying? Now, let me repeat this for the sake of my brother Daddy. So we have said, Mr. Israel, who has a child who is 4 years old, the child has got 2 years to go to grade 1, and then 6 years to go to grade up to go to junior high. So the 8 years. So you'll be putting 200 shillings every day, which amounts to 6,000 shillings every month. By the time the child is joining junior high year 1, we pay 105,000 shillings. By the second year, or when the child is joining junior high year 2, we pay 105,000 shillings. By the time this child is joining junior high year 3, we increase to 140,000 shillings. Now wait, by the time the child is joining senior high year 1, we pay one, and we pay. Britam has been there for many years, over 60 years. We are known. Even that building that we have built there at Upper Hill, Britam Towers, the most beautiful building in the whole of Africa as a continent, is because courtesy of customers who have believed in us. We invest on their behalf, and we take care of their children's education, among others. So by the time the child is joining junior year 1, senior high year 1, we pay 140,000 shillings. Senior high year 2, we pay 210,000 shillings. Senior high year 3, we pay 210. And now that the child is joining university, we pay the principal amount of money, which is 700,000 shillings. So by the time the child is joining senior high year 3, we pay you 910,000 shillings. That includes now money for senior high year 3 and university. Now, let me come to the other side. In the event you pay for 2 months, or in the event you pay for 1 year, or even 8 months, and God calls you home, kuva ni lazima, kuishi ni bahati, kuva ni lazima. Nobody knows what tomorrow has for him or her. And even those people who have died in the previous months, they had plans for this year. Death is inevitable. So in the event God calls you home, if it is natural death, we'll first of all pay you a legal personal representative, whom we commonly refer to as the next of kin, 350,000 shillings, meaning that although you had paid for 8 months, amounting to about 48,000 shillings, we are coming and paying 350,000 shillings, and you don't continue because you have already gone to the next world. No more payment of 6,000 shillings per month. The company called Britam will come and invoke a clause which we call UKF, unfortunate kitty fund, that ensures that we continually pay premiums in your absence, so that when the child joins junior high year 1, we still pay school fees as if you were still alive. The best love letter that you can ever write to your family, to your children, is an education policy. If it's accidental death, we pay the full value to the next of kin, which is 700,000 shillings, and the education of your child is still guaranteed. In the event you're employed somewhere, you are retired on medical grounds, and something has happened to you, it can be what you call critical illness, you don't pay the premiums any longer, but the education of your child is guaranteed. What else do you require, Bwana Nyoike? Surely, sincerely speaking, surely, what else do you require for that child? So if you are there and you have a child, please make sure that you call me. I'll come and explain to you how you can plan for your children's education. You educate them in a relaxed mood without hassles and bustles of life, so that you can enjoy life later. So plan for your children's education. This is the time to plan. I've talked about this education policy for 30 years. It has benefited me. It has benefited my friends. It has benefited my clients. Bana Isla Onyoiko, wherever you are, kindly contact me on 0722 633 021. 0722 633 021. That is my number. I repeat my number again. Should you be interested in having an education policy for your child, which is so unique, which has got protection and guaranteed education benefits, call me on 0722 633 021. 0722 633 021. That is my number, and I'll be able to respond to you once I get a chance of talking to you, once you call me. Wow. Thank you, sir, for the information. Be blessed. I'm joining. So please, Mr. Nyoike, call me on that number. May God bless you. Call me on 0722 633 021. I'll explain to you, Mr. Nyoike. You can inbox me your number. I can make arrangements of seeing you at the date that we shall agree. Shortly, I'm joining you people for another product, interesting product. And I'll give you some stories that will make you remain your teeth agape. You'll be so surprised. Thank you so much. For those people who are interested in knowing more about our super education policy, kindly don't hesitate. Call me on 0722 633 021. I'll be more than willing to explain to you. May God bless you. To all those people, and I want to appreciate people on social media. I think people are becoming more civil. I am so happy. May God bless all of you. Shalom.